Alright, let's get into it. Who would I marry? A Cancer woman or an Aries woman? As a Pisces. So, as a Pisces, let me see. So, like before, y'all heard me talk about Cancer, right? Just recently, as a matter of fact. Cancers want to be right even when they're wrong. So, I hope y'all can hear me. Pardon. So, with that being said, so that means, like, and I mentioned this before, but I mean it, right? It's like they could be straight up wrong. They could say the wrong thing to the wrong people, or, just bad timing, or an emotional outburst, or put it this way, my discernment is pretty spot on. Not only that, right? Like, hear me out. Not only that, I got a Venus in Aries, right? So Venus is a woman, feminine sign. I got it I'll defend a woman with no hesitation, like split second decision making when it comes to knocking something down. When it comes to women, I've done it so many times. I done mopped the floor with dudes behind chicks and all that. And I know you may be like, oh, you're a sucker for love. It's not even that. And this is the point that I'm trying to make, right? It's like, yo, I'm not a sucker. So if I decide that, yo, chick, you wrong, like, excuse her. She's just going through something right now. She don't mind her. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind my chick or whatever the case is. I will step in and intervene and do something or say something like that when I know my chick is wrong. And I see Cancer women doing that type of stuff before Aries women do. You understand what I'm saying? So, and that's a key factor when it comes to pairing up with a significant other is how well do they do in public situations to where you might have to put yourself out there and do the worst, you know what I'm saying, or be subject to the worst. Like I told you, I have no issues with laying something flat over abroad. I've done it so many. Let me tell you something. As a matter of fact, I had a fight before over an Aries chick. You know what I'm saying? So back in the days, I'm going out with this Aries chick, right? And so this dude who I already put the beats on before, right? I already fought him and everything. And I fought him for saying my mother. Little shit. Just said, well, that ain't little. Back in the days, I wasn't little. Nowadays, I don't care about shit like that. But if you used to say my mom's back in the day, that's fighting words. I'm at you, right? So, dude coming up the block, I'm playing spades. Summertime. He walking up the block. He like, yo, saying my name out loud. His mother, your mother. He across the street from me, right? I'm playing spades. I'm like, oh, word. So everybody looking, everybody outside on the block. I'm kind of tight, but I'm just like, he walking with like how like they had those programs, like the youth programs and stuff like that, like the summer youth stuff. He walking with them. So I'm just like, I ain't even going to get at him and take him off the line and drag him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wait. I'm going to catch up to him. So long story short, I caught up to him in the park, put the beats on him, whooped him. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Boom. Don't say my mom's. So later on down the line, I'm going out with this Aries chick. He disrespect the Aries chick. He doing some type of disrespectful dance in front of her face, like, because they was play fighting or whatever the case may be in the park. And he like stood over her and was like shaking his balls on her face. Not like he had his joint out or whatever, but he, you know what I mean? You know how dudes be acting like he humping her face or whatever. So boom. The dude is so unliked. His own cousin came back and told me like, yo, my cousin was in the park doing this, that, and the third to your girl. I'm like, yo, what? So before I could even get up, my whole team, they jump up, they rush out. Woof, they out the house. They run ahead of me. So I'm catching up to them or whatever. They get around the block, caught them, put the beats on them. By the time I get there, he on the ground laid out. Boom. He got a little busted nose, whatever the case may be. So back then we was hype off the Juice movie or whatever, right? And so Rodamez, I had the switchblade in my pocket. I pulled the switchblade out of my pocket. This is kind of a violent story, y'all, but it's over now. It's water under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? I pulled my pocket knife. I'm like, put it in his nose. I was like, yo, if you ever touch her again, I'll shove this shit in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I clicked it back, put it in my pocket. He was already done. There was nothing left for me to do. You know what I'm saying? But it just sent the message like, yo, don't fuck with my girl. You know what I'm saying? That was an Aries chick. Not only that, and this isn't, I'm telling you, time and time again, this has happened. My aunt is a Cancer. My aunt get into it. I'm at a dude head for my aunt. I'm telling you, like, yo, what gotta be done? If you call on me, just know. They know, she know. You call on me, somebody getting knocked down, B. Like flat out. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's my family, so I can't really say she was wrong, but eventually time after time I would see where she was wrong though, and I'm just honest enough to admit that. And this is where I come with this theory of cancers want to be right even when they're wrong, because I'm after a while I'm like, yo, enough is enough. Like, you playing a different part in this than I thought you were. You know what I'm saying? Like, and cancers, they got this sentimental attachment to them to where they'll still go back to the dudes that do them dirty because they got that sentiment. They don't know how to let shit go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, if I'm out here doing what I do, and I see you back with these dudes or something like that, and this goes for not just my family, but a chick that I mess with as well. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta knock somebody down for you, and you still attached to this dude, like you crying over him when he hit the floor and all that, then you got issues, chick, that you need to go fucking resolve before you talk about getting in a relationship, especially with me. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not no sucker for that. So it might happen the first time because I discern that dude is in the wrong or whatever the case may be. But once I find out that, nah, you play a part in this that's bigger than what it's all cut out to be, then nah, it's clipped for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I gotta watch out for cancers. In contrast to Aries chicks that I've dealt with, it's just like they'll put a dude down to pick up another dude. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a gangbang going on or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I've seen it time and time again where Aries, even be honest about, yo, I'm messing with dude. I was messing with dude. I'm not feeling it no more. I'm out of that. And this is really the reason why I'm even talking to you right now, is because I'm tired of that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one thing right there. Now, another thing about Aries is always ready. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Pisces is going through enough. So Aries chicks just be like, Aries is always like sending you their titties or whatever. Like anywhere they'll pull out the tits out. It's just on at any given time. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing. And Pisces men like that shit because we don't gotta think about nothing. We don't gotta be figuring you out and investigating you like we're investigating every fucking thing else in the world. You, Aries woman, are the one thing that we ain't gotta fucking do no guessing about at all. It's just like here. Very forward, and that is very ideal for a Pisces when it comes to a relationship. Now, in contrast to a Cancer woman, on the other hand, who is shy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going front. Sometimes that is cute. However, it depends on how many laps around the sun you did. Like back in the day, a younger lad, I'd be running around. I'd find that cute stuff real attractive because my mindset is, shy stuff real attractive because my mindset is just like, oh, she probably don't mess with dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing they do be them quiet ones on the low. You know what I mean? But still, they give off that aura that they don't mess with a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least they don't have the type of experience that these other chicks have, to where they've like burned more dudes because of how experienced they are. And they just like, oh, all men are the same, so I'm just get them for what they got and then I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Cancer's women get off a different type of aura. But again, like I said, when you reach a certain point in your life and you know the things that you like and you know the things that you don't want, for a woman to be shy, it's kind of like, oh man, it's draining. It's a lot of energy that needs to be spent on this to figure out sometimes the smallest of things, like, do you like me? You know what I'm saying? And how much? You know what I mean? Like, just the basics, the fundamentals when dealing with cancers. Now, I will say this, though. Once you find out about cancers women or how they feel about you, whatever the case may be, like, yeah, closet freak usually comes to mind when it comes to me with cancer women. You know what I'm saying? That's just how my experiences are. You know, you got to get them in, like, secluded areas and in secluded moods, too. Like, every time it's just not a good time for them. But that's the difference between them and Aries. Aries chicks I done dealt with, it's just close off. Aries titties is out right now somewhere in America right now. Somewhere around the whole world, they tits is out right now. So yeah. Now, one thing about Cancer women, this shit pisses me off, right? They'll let dudes fight over them. Like, they'll allow dudes to fight over them And when I say allow, I mean allow. Like, women know, like, they have the ability to stop something tragic from happening because they know how they got men falling over, head over heels for them. So it's really up to them to be able to put it down and be like, yo, listen, sometimes they got to do some outlandish shit in order to do it too. Like, fuck their brother or something, just to let them know, like, yo, I really don't like you no more. I'm not feeling, it's over between us. And that was probably a little bit harsh or just too much, but I'm serious. I know some of y'all women right now are thinking like, it's not that easy. You don't know this pussy good, and I get it. I understand. So this is what I'm saying. Sometimes y'all got to take drastic measures to get homeboy off of you. However, I done seen Cancers let dudes damn near kill each other. And they know, like, when you dealing with proximity, let me tell you something, right? Cancers, y'all such homebody chicks, y'all be dealing with proximity like it's not a dangerous game. Proximity is a dangerous game. I tell dudes all the time who looking for relationship advice, you gonna lose your bitch to proximity. They be like, yo, what you mean? I'm like, yo, if y'all doing something long distance, even if y'all just a couple of towns over, right? You gonna lose her to some dude who live right down the block, 2 blocks away, the next door neighbor, or whatever the case may be. Some dude at a bar tonight, some random. It's just because of proximity, the convenience is going to be there. So you might not lose them altogether as far as compatibility and mental stimulation and motivation and stuff like that. However, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, which is a lot of the times affection, like person to person, not this whole internet telephone stuff, you will lose your bitch to proximity. So Cancers, they'll play the game within a small area of proximity, and that can be dangerous when you don't stop these dudes and be like, yo, do y'all know how close we all live to each other? It's like they know, they be knowing. Like, I've witnessed this, you know what I'm saying? So I know what I'm talking about, and I know the line could have been drawn like, yo, stop messing with dude then. You know what I'm saying? You be so attached emotionally with your feelings to these people that you'll play them for one another, or when one of them plays you, you'll go to the other one because you're being petty. Cancers are super petty, B. I think they beat Virgo in petty. Like, these chicks are fucking petty, man. So that's another thing that makes me want to marry Aries over Cancer, is that, I don't know, they might throw me under the bus later on in life publicly. You understand? And that is like, that's a no-no for me. That's a no-no for me. If you don't keep my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not with the name, with the details, with the whole, and you're trying to be mean about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your get back. Like, Cancers move like that. Y'all might not think they capable of this. I'm like, oh no, Cancer's a sweetheart. There might be some Cancers right now. Y'all think y'all ain't capable of that. Maybe you got something else going on in your natal chart that prevents you from doing that. But I know your souls, and your souls will do that because your feelings get involved and it gets hurt to the point where you like, oh, word? Okay, watch this. And then the next thing you know, there's some public announcement, some PSA about the stuff that this dude done did, and text messages start coming out and all types of shit like that. Like, I'm not with that. If I tell you something in confidence, I expect it to be that way. I understand even when people go through stuff, they like to voice their stories or their situations, but they'll do it in such a way that doesn't out the person that they went through it with. I could respect that. I can dig that. But when you do it, when you name calling and you talking about addresses and receipts and all of that just to get your get back, nah, chick. I ain't fucking with that. Like, I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Cancers are very capable of doing that, just flat out. Now, I tell a Pisces, right? I tell a Pisces man to check their asteroids, because I look at my asteroid, right? Now, this could flip the whole script when it comes to my decision, because I got a Juno in Cancer. So that rules over maternity, that rules over marriage, rules over obligations. So let's say I have a whole change of heart on my stance on marriage one day. I wake up, I'm like, yo, I want to start a family. I really want one chick. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to do that whole hop in the broom thing or whatever. Then it's more than likely going to be with a Cancer. I'm just saying that's what the stars got aligned for me anyway. Like if I've seen a Cancer moving in that, or if I seen a woman moving in that direction, the stars tell me that that's going to be a Cancer who moves like that. And if I want to make that type of move, then you can see where I would decide. But at the same time, I'd also tell a Pisces man to check out where their Venus is, because Venus rules over the wife inside of astrology, right? So whatever sign Venus is in, you got to check the decadent of that sign. The decadent of that sign, Crystal Riddick, I just wanted to shout you out before this video ended. You know what I'm saying? This video is in support of Crystal Riddick. So I didn't want to forget that. But tell them to check the sign that their Venus is in, because they're more than likely going to marry a woman that's in that sign. And if it's not the actual sign that it's in, check the decadent. It's going to be even more favorable for the decadent. So I got a Venus in Aries, which turns the tides again. You know what I'm saying? So it falls in the sign of Aries. At least I'm going to be more compatible with an Aries woman when it comes to balancing energies and being reciprocal in relationships or whatever the case may be. So that's a thing. That's a thing too. Now, but it's not over. I must say this, and I saved this for last because I knew y'all would wait to hear this part. It depends on their ascendant. I'm telling you right now. If the Aries chick got a fixed ascendant, it's gonna be a no for me. It's gonna be a no for me, yo. I can't look, because it's gonna be annoying as fuck. It's gonna be annoying as fuck. And I say that because that fixed energy. So it's good for if you like a forgetful man and you need a wife to be like, yo, did you take the trash out? Did you send that envelope out? Did you fix the kids' lunches? If you need that shit in your life, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. If you really need someone to be like that on you, then do it. But as a Pisces, I'm telling you, a Pisces is gonna feel that those nudges are rushed. And I'm saying this because most times they are. Like, I'll check the calendars to see if it's just me. Like, if it's just like, if I'm bugging, like, yo, you had to bring this up right now. And I look at my own timeline, right, and be like, is this important in my life right now? No, and no. Like, fuck no. Why is she bringing this shit up? Why is she making this a point right now? Like, we could be talking about a whole lot of other stuff that truly resonates with what's going on in my life. But for some reason, the math ain't mathing with this chick, because she got that fixed mentality at her ascendant. You gotta remember, the ascendant is the filter of the whole zodiac wheel. And when it's fixed, sure, they might change in behaviors, but their perceptions won't ever change. So you'll be probably having fantastic sex and be settling for the Aries sex or whatever the case may be, but they're going to be on your head about certain shit that they will not change their mind about. And that will piss the Pisces off long term, right? At first it'll be like, okay, that's my child, like, almost like, okay, I'm taking care of this woman. You understand what I'm saying? Which is not far-fetched, shit. And I'm not trying to make it sound icky or whatever the case may be, but a lot of situations in relationships, that's what it is. Like, and vice versa, women taking care of men and shit these days and all that. So it just is like that. Now, if you're willing to put up with that, Pisces, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? Just understand that you're gonna be with a woman who is not going to change their mind about a lot of shit that you would really wish they would, because it'll make your life easier. Now, if, like I said, if they got the fixed ascendant, I'm going with the Cancer. Now, if the Aries got like a mutable ascendant, I'm fucking with the Aries. You know what I'm saying? So it depends. It depends. And I say mutable more because they're going to be more of a conversationalist that is expansive, like Sag, Gemini. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be closed in this. Oh, you should do this and you should do that. And did you do this yet? You should do this. You should do that because so and so did it. And they just look at. Shut up. Shut up. Give me a mutable ascendant. Maybe we could do something more. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Get in the comment section. Add on. Confirm. Deny. Do what you will. I'm out.